Okay. I think we should be live.
Just us chickens?
All right, more people are joining us now. Also,
There, go.
I'm going to restart that. I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart. Okay, we should be now live. Hello for those of you who are joining us on Facebook. Sorry for the little original glitch, but we should all be set right now to be on all those platforms all at once. It's godlike. We can be in different places in the same time. So a few of you have noticed that my beard has been trimmed, and I said that I will share the reason behind today being the day. Today is Lag BaOmer. So I can't tell you which day it is because we haven't do the blessing yet. But it's not the 32nd day and not the 34th day. And it's a holiday, so I'm going to call it Lag BaOmer as the holiday that it is. And it's a break in the 50 days, the 49 days of counting the Omer. Part of the practice, actually part of the tradition, is that these are not just days to count the Omer as a practice that it's a practice that works on many levels, but it's also understood to be for different reasons a time for mourning. And so some of the practice is to let your beard grow, or you're not supposed to trim or cut your hair when you are in mourning in Jewish tradition. And I oftentimes, most often actually, follow that custom, but I felt that this year specifically with what has been going on in the world, that, I wanted to acknowledge the fact that I am in mourning. I think all of us are in mourning. Some of us are better at not acknowledging that to ourselves, but I think it is also very healthy to feel the emotions that we feel and know ourselves to be in mourning. On Lag BaOmer, in the middle of the 50 days, there is a big celebration that celebrates one of the greatest mystics in Jewish tradition. Actually, it's his yahrzeit, is the anniversary of his passing. And there's a great celebration that is connected to him dying bursting into a ray of light. I mean, it's very, the story, the tale is gorgeous. He becomes light. And so all over Israel's today are, well, usually you would have bonfires and a pilgrimage to Har Meron, to the place where he is buried. And this is the one day during the whole Omer period where you can trim and cut your hair. So one of the beautiful traditions in Israel, for those who are Orthodox and follow this tradition, is that this is the first baby haircut. Actually, it's children that are now 3. You have to wait 3 years to give your child his or her first haircut, and people usually wait 3 years and will do it on Lag BaOmer. So there's a gorgeous tradition where this is your child's first haircut in the Orthodox circle. So I trim my beard, but then I'm going to let it grow again until Shavuot. So that's why. And now it's time for us to go ahead and meditate. I think we have everybody here at this point. So I'm going to take the opportunity to also put on our chat the intention for today. So I invite you now to close your eyes and to gently find your breath. And to use the out breath to let go into this moment. To release tension, any tension you might find in your body, but most importantly, to release any tension in the belly, the emotional center, and on our face, the mind center. And to use every out breath to let go a little more. To surrender a little more. And just when we think we have completely relaxed, to pay attention even closer to see if there is more to do, more to let go, more to release. I often see the out breath as an emptying, a complete emptying of self, a complete surrender, to become empty, completely empty. For a moment to be nobody, to just be no one, to be so empty that we are able to let go of all the stories, all the attachments, all the make-believe that we identify with. To really let go of everything. To see ourselves as, I used that image in a Kabbalah class last year, but to see ourselves as the invisible person, invisible man, woman, the invisible person, that we are completely empty. Underneath the shell of our physical appearance, can we be completely empty? Can we become the Ein in Kabbalah, the nothingness? Can we let go of all the trappings of identity, all the lies of identity? All the wants, all the needs, all the preferences, all the comparing. Can we become a clean slate, like a newborn child? Like the 3-year-olds getting their first haircut. Feeling to the joy of our inner child, free from all the baggage that we have piled upon that child since then. Can we see ourselves as that 3-year-old? Innocent and free. And in that space, can we invite wholeness and peace, harmony? Can we invite shalom? And to bless this day of Lag BaOmer, saying the blessing of our counting, the counting that aims at making every day count. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Holy One of Being, you have gifted us paths of mindfulness, paths to support transforming ourselves, paths of awakening. And you have given us this path of counting the days of Omer. Today is the 33rd day of the Omer, comprising 4 weeks and 5 days of our journey. Amen. Today we bring into the energies of Hod, this week's energies of Hod, the day's energies of Hod. This is Hod in Hod. Hod is beauty. Hod is also gratitude, but perhaps the two are connected. Hod is an invitation. Excuse me. Hod is an invitation to open ourselves in gratitude to the unfathomable beauty of this, of now, of here. But as we open our heart, Hod is also inviting us to energies of acceptance, of accepting this and ourselves just as we are. To confess, to admit both our limitations and our gorgeousness. To touch the beauty within and know that beauty to be an expression of light, of divine presence. To open our inner eye to the ineffable presence that fills us through and through. To let our mind, to let our heart break open, faced with the mystery of existence, of what is. And to submit ourselves to that presence, to ask that presence to be our guide. To surrender it into its guidance, its compassion, its love. To know ourselves, to know for ourselves that nothing is in our control, that we are not in charge. And for once, to enjoy the ride on the passenger seat. To know ourselves to be the co-pilots, the partners in creation. This is the awe we are invited to step into right now. Our mantra continues to be Hineni, I am here. But perhaps today we can hear the I that is pronouncing Hineni, I am here. Might not be the little I, the ego-bound I, but a greater I, the I of presence, the I beyond comprehension, that I that is always here, that I that tells us, I am here. Hineni. And we gently transition out of our meditation, taking a couple of deeper breaths and beginning to move our body and stretch. As always, I will invite you to keep this practice going during the day. This specific practice that I shared with you today was given to me in a different modality by one of my favorite teachers. And it really is one that helps drop us into a deeper state of consciousness when we affirm through the mantra the I amness that is here beyond the little ego I am. And for a moment, dislodge from our consciousness our identification with the little self and allow through us that greater consciousness to be affirmed. So when you can, remember the I am, the true I am, that in fact is here. But for now, we close the meditation with a threefold shalom chant. Modani, thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. If you have a moment, could you hang?
I will, yes.
Just a short moment.
I will.
Thank you, Rabbi. Modani, shalom.
Thank you.
Shalom.
Modani.
Thank you. Thank you. Shalom.
Thanks, Olivier. Bye, everyone.
Bye, David.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. It's an immigration thing.
Yeah, Lynn, just wait a minute because right now we're still live on Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops.
All right, I'm just going to say goodbye to those who are on Facebook and we'll see you on Thursday.